apologize if we're not getting sound here. We're trying to get this fixed. We'll see if we can get something better going for you here at the game. Two and one, the score. Arteisa up on the Hobbs Lady Eagles. Arteisa to serve. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Testing 1 2 1 2. Apologize if we're just now getting sound on the board. We're attempting to fix it. And I think we've got sound going. Thank my engineer here, Branson Coltrane, for helping me out. But apologize for that. 4-1 your score as we join the action here. Arteisa serving left to right. So serving for the Lady Bulldogs, number 14, Natalie Leon. And that serve is going to be long and out. And that makes it 4-2. Arteisa over Hobbs as Hobbs gets the point. Serving for Hobbs, Sarahi Gutierrez. And Gutierrez, the right-hander, steps up. Gutierrez rolls it up onto the finger, steps, fires, knocks it over. That one's going to be long. That's another Arteisa point. It's 5-2. Kenna Morrison serving for Arteisa. She right-hands it into the net. And some service errors here. Both teams having a little trouble getting the ball over the net here early. 5-3 Arteisa leads in the first game. Serving off the back line for the Lady Eagles. Steps and fires. Here's Joseph. Dug out by Arteisa. Set from Gutierrez. Spiked on the backside. Ball's up. And Lady Eagles can't run that down. That'll be a point for Arteisa as it's blocked at the net. Good effort there by Kendall Cunningham, but Arteisa was waiting for it. Arteisa to serve. Steps, kicks it, and Cora Cox sends it over. Here's a set from Gutierrez. That one's going to be hammered down from the backside, and that is Wisdom Anthony. Wisdom Anthony with the right hand, and I think she put a dent in the floor on that one. That had some heat on it. 6-4 your score here early. Lady Eagles sending Hannah Souter to serve. Souter holds it above her head, throws it above her head, and serves it into the net. Serving's been a problem for both squads here early. 7-4 the score, Arteisa leads. Both times these two teams have met, it has turned out to be a 5-game affair. Here's Anthony, and that was a smart vision play there from Anthony. As she comes up to the net, she couldn't quite get a full spike on it, but she was able to look across the net to see where the opponents weren't and put that ball right down. 7-5 the score. Lady Eagles cuts into the lead. Cunningham steps up, puts it on the left finger. She's going to throw it up and knock it over. Dug out by Arteisa. Artesia's not going to get a good set here. Off the back line, Joseph's there. Here's a set. Here's Anthony. Anthony with the right hand once again puts it down. Wisdom Anthony with another hammer. Cunningham will continue to serve here. 7-6 your score. Arteisa leads. Cunningham steps, jumps, fires. That one's going to go off the net but drop onto the floor. That'll be a point for the Lady Eagles on the service winner. Game is now tied here. Hobbs looking to take the lead on this serve. Cunningham once again tosses, jumps, serves. This one's going to carry long, and that'll be a point for Arteisa. It's 8-7. Arteisa serving with a 1-point lead. Arteisa right hands it over. Dug out by Joseph. They go to Anthony. Anthony's going to push it to the back line. Here's a tap by Arteisa. Push back down. Here's a big spike at the net by Anthony. And Anthony comes up with another winner there for the Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles serving. Jump serve from Anthony. Right hands it down. Dug out by Arteisa. Here's the set. The spike at the net. Nothing there. Sadihikatitis pushes it over. Dug out by Arteisa again. It's going to be blocked at the net as Jayla David gets up there, the freshman. Knocks it down. That's a point for the Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles to serve. Serve drops in there. Back at the net. Set from Gutierrez. Here's Joseph. Right hands it. And that'll be a point for the Lady Eagles. 10-8, Lady Eagles lead. Play at the net here, dug out by Arteisa. Arteisa with a set. Back sets it. The libero puts it over into the net. Another point for the Lady Eagles there. Timeout on the floor. Arteisa wants to talk it over. We'll be back in just 30 seconds. You're listening to Lady Eagles Volleyball on YouTube.com. Welcome back. 11-8 your score. Lady Eagles lead, and they are serving. Serve goes over, dips down. Arteisa digs it out. Back set. It's going to be touched at the net. And that one's going to be a Lady Eagle point as it goes behind the bar. Here's a serve. And that one's beautiful. She brought home the bacon on that one. Put it right on the line. There wasn't a soul that could get to it. And that is another point there for the Lady Eagles. Wisdom Anthony with a service winner. 13-8 your score. Anthony steps, right hands it. Dug out by Arteisa, but they couldn't do anything with it. Another winner for Anthony. And Lady Eagles on a roll here. It's 14-8. Anthony steps up again, right hands it over. This one's deep. Arteisa sends it into the rafters. Here's a set. It's going to be pushed over by Natalie Leon, dug out. Lady Eagles can't do much with it. They're going to put it back on the defense on the Arteisa side. Feint at the net, dug out by the Lady Eagles. Here's Nia Joseph. Woo-hoo! She puts some smoke on it. And that is another Lady Eagle point there. 15-8 your score. That serve's going to hit the net but fall in, and Anthony gets another one. This has been quite a roll here for Wisdom Anthony. It is 16-8 early. Lady Eagles showing confidence here. Anthony, another one deep. Dug out into the rafters again by, here's Leon, pushes it over. And it's going to be Anthony who gets the dig. But unfortunately, they can't do much with it. Arteisa gets the point. Serve from Arteisa, dug out. Set from the backside. Here's David's attack. Arteisa has it. Back sets it. Anthony deals with it. Puts it up there for Joseph. And it's going to be blocked at the net. And that one's going to be shoved down by David. David's contributing here early. Good job there by the freshman. She just kind of dropped that pineapple right in between all of the Arteisa defenders. 17-9, your score. Lady Eagles serving off the back line. Here's the libero, Cameron Cantu. She puts one into Artesia's side. Cantu digs that out. Set from the backside, pushed over, and they're going to get her for carrying the ball there. Arteisa gets the point. It's 17-10. Here comes Leon's serve. That one's going to sail long. Another Hobbs Lady Eagle point on an Arteisa error. $18-10 your score. Service from Gutierrez. Arteisa on the back end. They're going to send it over. That one's going to be blocked at the net, but Lady Eagles couldn't control where the block went, and that's a point for Arteisa. 18-11 your score. Lady Eagles trying to take game one here. Waiting for a volleyball. Perseus Aguilar with the right hand, dug out there by Joseph, and that was going to be bumped around at the net, and I guess Arteisa got into the net. They're going to give him a call, and that'll be a point for Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles serving up 19-11. Here's Joseph with a powerful serve. Arteisa sends it back over into the Hobbs half. Sets backside for Anthony, and she drops the hammer again. Anthony with the right hand. Fire comes out, and that one's going to be another point for the Lady Eagles. Joseph had a big serve to set that up. Let's see if he does it again. She does. That one's going to go for its point by itself, as Arteisa can't handle it. It is 21-11 here early, and the Lady Eagles are on a roll. Anthony serve, right hands it over into the net, and that'll be an Arteisa point. Arteisa serves over. Dugout, back set. Anthony sends it over to the Arteisa side. Running set for Arteisa, feinted over. Ball's dug out, and that'll be a point for Arteisa as they couldn't handle it at the net. On the Arteisa side, they're going to have to push it over and do. Arteisa has it. Here comes the set. Blocked at the net. Anthony goes up. Nothing doing. Hobbs up 22-13. Hobbs to serve. Pushing it onto the Arteisa side. Back set. Arteisa pushes it over. Dug out. Gutierrez. She sets it up, and Anthony puts it down. Wisdom Anthony with another kill. It's 23-13. Hobbs to serve. Arteisa has it. Arteisa has it blocked at the net. Another point for the Lady Eagles, and they're 1 point away from taking game one in a roll-away fashion. It is 24-13. Right hands it deep, and that's long. As Souter can't seem to find the line on that one. 24-14, Arteisa to serve. Arteisa right hands it. Dug out by Cantu. Set on the backside. Cunningham has it blocked at the net. 24-15. Right hands it over, and that one's going to be against the wall. Nothing doing there. That's another point for Arteisa. Serve from Arteisa. Cantu running digs it. And that ball had a lot of movement on it. Cantu could barely handle it. It goes up into the stands at 24-17. Another right-handed serve from the libero. This is Kimber Beltran, and Beltran sends it to the net. That's game one. 25-17 your score. Lady Eagles up 1-0. And we'll be back in just 3 minutes. Welcome back. Game two about to get underway here. Lady Eagles take game one, 25-13, running away. Lady Eagles send their squad back out there. Arteisa does so as well. They're getting the rotation set. Anthony Gutierrez David on the floor with Joseph Souter and Jasmine Jimenez on the back line. Cantu will sub in at the last second, as she is the libero. And here's Wisdom Anthony to serve for the Lady Eagles here in game two. We're underway. Here's the right hand. It drops into the Arteisa side. Arteisa with a set. Leon's going to put it up. And all Wisdom Anthony could do is get her fingers on it. That one was came hot, and she just kind of popped it up there. 1-0 Arteisa here in game two. Floating set, dug off by Jimenez. Here's Gutierrez. Gutierrez goes to Joseph, sent over. Backside attack, going to be dug out there again by Jimenez. Here's Joseph with the right hand. They can't stop it a second time, and Joseph picks up the point. One your score here in the second one. Here's Cantu. Cantu sends it off the back line. Arteisa back sets it. Leon has it blocked at the net as David gets up there with, check that. That's Souter gets up there with Joseph, and they both block it. Serve here from Cantu, dugout. Set. Going to be blocked at the net as Souter goes up, and they're going to send that one back. 2-2 your score. Serving for the Lady Bulldogs, Natalie Leon. She's the middle blocker, 5'9", senior. Steps up, fires it with the right hand. Cantu handles. Set at the net by Sadahi Gutierrez and touched over by Joseph. The serve was, the set was just over the net, and they're going to call that. Joseph kind of leaned over, and she came a good 3 or 4 inches across the net before touching that one down. She did what she could there. 3-2 Artesia here in the second game. Leon pushes in. Jimenez handles. Gutierrez goes to Joseph, blocked at the net. Sadahi Gutierrez sets up backside. Wisdom Anthony has to push over. There's a set across, dug out by Cantu, and they're going to get a net call on Joseph. And that'll be a point for Artesia here. Coach Williams and Coach Rotuna, their squad trailing here by 2 early in the second, but after winning the first one. This one's sent over. Artesia pushes it back with the right hand. Backside attack from Joseph, handled by Artesia. Set at the net. Attack on the near side. This is going to go long as Cora Cox tries to hammer it on the far side over there. Here's Sadahi Gutierrez. Right hands into the Artesia half. Artesia sets it up the middle. Nothing doing as Hobbs is there. Backside set, Joseph at the net. This one's going to be blocked, but blocked into the net, and the Lady Eagles even it back up at 4 apiece. Gutierrez again. Spins it over. Artesia gets a set from Argo. Handled at the net, pushed over by the Lady Eagles. Into the net. Artesia touches it. And the Lady Eagles gets another point. Gutierrez gets another opportunity to serve here. Sadahi moves the right hand over, pushes it over. Backside attack from Cox. Cunningham came over and tried to challenge, but Cox was able to get it by her. That's a point there for Artesia. Five your score here in the second. Artesia serving once again. Pushed over by Aguilar. At the net, Gutierrez has to send it back for Joseph. All she can do is punch it. Backside attack. And it's going to be blocked at the net as Destiny Johnson comes up. Joseph went with her, blocked it, but it was out of bounds, and that is a point for Artesia. Aguilar again with the right-hand push. Gutierrez back sets it. Joseph sends it. Not handled well by Artesia. They're able to dig it out and push it over. Lady Eagles have it. Here comes another set for Joseph. This one they can't handle. Anaya Joseph with the right hand. Lightning bolt comes out of the sky and strikes down for a point. 6-6 your score. Joseph again into the net, and that'll be a point for Artesia. Artesia to serve. Cantu digs. Sadahi gets the other sets. Pushed over on a floating feint there from Wisdom Anthony, and that is a point for the Lady Eagles. Tell you what, that is not as thunderous as her other kills, but that is a point nonetheless. Timeout on the floor. 7-7 your score. We're back in just a moment on YouTube.com with the Lady Eagles and the Artesia Lady Bulldogs netted. Welcome back. Lady Eagles serving. Hannah Souter back there. Holds it above the hand. Tosses the ball up to the volleyball gods and sends it over. Set from Arteisa. That was going to be dug out on a diving save there. Lady Eagles, just to get the ball over, that was an amazing play. Unfortunately, it caused us to go under the net, but just amazing reactionary time by the front line of the Lady Eagles. That was a point for Arteisa, though. Back serve there into the net. Destiny Johnson. Lady Eagles get the point. Check that. That was not. That was Coda Beltran, the libero. Here's Kendall Cunningham serving off the back line. Holds the ball up. Tosses it with the left hand. Fires it with the right. And that's way long. That is a point for Artesia. It's now 9-8. Artesia to serve here. Stepping up to the line, Alexa Silva. Silva left hands it over. Joseph has it. Gutierrez goes to Anthony, and that one's going to be popped over. What a diving save there by Anaya Joseph. And that's going to be blocked at the net, but out of bounds. But wow, just to keep that play alive, Joseph with cat-like reflexes getting a high five from coach because, man, oh man, did she roll for that one. Here's the service again. This one's going to go long. And Silva can't seem to find the court. That's a point for Lady Eagles. And it's now 10-9. They trail. Nice serve there from Joseph, and that is a service ace for a point. It's 10-10. Another service winner there. Right hands it with power. And Artesia looks confused on how to handle her serve. Joseph serving again. Check that. That's Anthony. Anthony with the right hand. Artesia has to dig it out. Anthony steps up. Backside set for Joseph. Blocked at the net. Dug out by Jimenez. Gutierrez sets it Joseph again. She has to push it over. Artesia ends up finding a way to put it up. Cantu gets it. And amazing reflexes of Lady Eagles keeping it alive there. Jimenez to Gutierrez. Short set. David pushes down. David has it. Nice little touch kill right there off the top. And the Lady Eagles are now up 12-10. Here's Anthony again. Anthony sees something come onto the court and gives it back to the little young man over there in the red. Maybe the smallest fan in the gym. Who knows? Here's the serve from Anthony. Pushed down, and that one's going to be pushed where the Hobbs Lady Eagles can't get to it. And Artesia retaliates with a point. Lady Eagles receiving this one. Charity Argo pushes it into Cantu's hands. Set up. And there's Joseph with another kill. Another lightning bolt from the right hand of Joseph, and the Lady goes up 13-11. Here's the serve from Cantu. Set up at the net by Argo. Pushed over. Lady Eagles dig it out. Cantu back sets. Anthony pushes it over. Lady Eagles have control. Gutierrez pushes. Lady Eagles dig out again. Back set pushed over again by Anthony into the net. But it rolls over and falls into the heart of the Artesia defense for another Lady Eagle kill and a point. Here's Cantu serve. And that one's going to go long. Arteisa picks up the point. It's 14-13. Serve from Arteisa. That's Leon. Leon has it dug out there by the Lady Eagles set. And that one's going to go off of an Arteisa defender. She can't control the ball. Lady Eagles with another point there on the big hit. Gutierrez to serve here. Very consistent server. Pushed over. Set backside. Hammered down. Arteisa getting a little bit of revenge there as Cora Cox comes over and hammers that one. Hobbs leads by 2. It's 15-13. Here's Aguilar. Aguilar gets it set against her as Lady Eagles put it to the net. Gutierrez sets it up and a backside hit. That's another Lady Eagle point. (16-13). Lady Eagles starting to pull away in game 2 here. Joseph right hands it over. Lady Eagles get control of it. Here comes a hit from Anthony. Arteisa finds a way. Here's Cox. Dug out by Cantu. Set up by Gutierrez. Near side. Here's Anthony. Back, sends it to the back half. Argo sets it to Cox. And Cox puts it across court left-handed. Excuse me, that's Destiny Johnson that does that. And a diving attempt there by Joseph to get to it. And kind of banged her hand up there a little bit, but she's staying in the game. 16-14 now, Arteisa cuts the lead to 2. Serve goes to the near side, and it's out. And Arteisia's up on their feet saying no. 17-14, Lady Eagles lead. Souter, nice serve. Argo sends it, handled by Joseph. Gutierrez, backside Kendall Cunningham. Arteisa controls. Here's Argo again at the net. This one's going to be blocked, and Lady Eagles have another one. They're starting to pull away. 18-14 here in game 2. Souter serve. Accurate. Argo dug out by Joseph. Sent over, and fortunately Gutierrez trying to set it up. Ball carries a little bit and does not go over the net. 18-15 your score. Lady Eagles up by 3. Here's Beltran's serve. Lady Eagles handle. Attacked by Joseph. At the net. Pushed down. David and Joseph both went up. I think David was able to get it. It's 19-15 with Cunningham going over to serve. Substitution, Jimenez is coming back in. She'll do the serving duties for Cunningham. Jasmine Jimenez, senior, 5-foot defensive specialist. Right hands it. This one's wide right. 19-16 your score. Mass substitutions by Arteisa here. Alexa Silva back in the game with their defensive specialist will serve. Left hands it, handled by Cantu. Set by Gutierrez. Anthony has to feint it over. Pushed into the heart of the defense, and Jimenez goes down for it. Tries to dig it out, but did not get there in time. 19-17. Lady Eagles holding on with a 2-point lead here. Arteisa trying to fight back. Arteisa serve. Joseph handles. Gets the other. Back sets Anthony. Anthony sends it wide. And now the lead is just 1. Timeout on the floor. Coach wants to talk it over. We'll be back in 1 minute. You're listening to Lady Eagles Volleyball on YouTube.com. Welcome back. 19-18. Hobbs holding on to a 1-point lead here in game 2 after taking the first game 25-13. Alexis Silva serving here for Arteisa. The left-hander pushes it over. And that's going to be long. That'll end the streak. And Lady Eagles now with a 2-point lead and their best server coming back to the back line. That is Wisdom Anthony. Anthony steps, fires it over. Dug out by Arteisa, but at the net and hammered down as Joseph's waiting for it. Arteisa couldn't handle. And Joseph with the right hand punches it down. It is now 21-18. Anthony with another opportunity here. 4 points away from taking game 2. Anthony with another stellar serve. This one's set at the net by Argo. Pushed down by Leon. Dug out. And Joseph tries to come to the net. Couldn't quite get there and puts that one into the net. 21-19. Argo serving there for Arteisa. Argo pushes it over. And this is going to be long. It's out of bounds. And it's now 22-19. Lady Eagles 3 points away from taking game 2. And they've got Cameron Cantu back there. The libero steps up, fires. And this one's going to be into the Artesia half. Controlled by Artesia. Cox runs over. Jimenez digs out. Near side, here's Joseph. And that one's going to be blocked, but blocked out of bounds. Another point for the Lady Eagles. It's 23-19. Cantu to serve again. Cantu hops up off the toes. Artesia is going to have it at the net. Right side. It's going to be blocked. They're going to say out of bounds, and that'll be a Lady Eagle point there. It did not go over the net properly. Serving for game 2. Here's Cantu's opportunity. Right hands it over. Artesia controls. Here's the set. It's going to be put right in between everybody as Cora Cox once again is able to find the floor. 24-20 your score. Natalie Leon serving. Leon pushes it over, and that's going to sail long. Artesia's unable to find the floor there, and Hobbs wins game 2, 25-20. We'll be back in 3 minutes. You're listening to Hobbs Lady Eagles Volleyball on YouTube.com. Welcome back to Game 3. Hobbs took the first one 25-13 and the second one 25-20. And here's Game 3. Arteisa pushes the first one over. Jimenez will dig out. Here's Gutierrez. And it's going to be a first point opportunity for Anaya Joseph. And she's going to drop that in between the defenders. 1-0 Lady Eagles. Here early in the third. Here's the service from Cantu. Drops in there. Argo sets. Backside for Cox. And that one's going to be in on the line. And Arteisa gets their first point here in Game 3. Arteisa to serve. Here's Leon. Leon with the right hand. Dug out by Cantu, but she can't do much with it. It goes over the net. An amazing job there by Anthony. And the Lady Eagles are still alive here. Argos back sets it. On the run, Lady Eagles make a diving save there by Cantu. Back sets it. Pushed over. Dug out again by Jimenez. Here's Gutierrez. And it's going to go over to Anthony. And that one's not going to be stopped. Check that. That's not Anthony. That's Joseph. Anaya Joseph right hands it down with power. And that one is a point for the Lady Eagles. It is now 2-1. Here's Gutierrez's serve. Pushed over by Cox. Gutierrez sends it over the net. Little net play between both teams. Back set, and that one's going to be in. Off the back line, Wisdom Anthony. That was beautiful. That thing dropped. It looked like it was going out, and all of a sudden just dropped down to the line. Here's the service. Back serve, dug out. And that one's going to be touched with two hands. They're going to call her a little bit extra on that one. Point for Arteisa. It's 3-2. Hobbs leads. Arteisa serves. Not going to be able to handle that one. That evens up the score at 3-3. Kenna Morrison sends it into the net. Morrison is just a sophomore, outside hitter, defensive specialist. And here comes Anaya Joseph. Joseph pushes it into the net low, and she's a little frustrated. That's 2 in a row for her, and she holds herself to very high standards. 4-4 the score. Cox sends it over, dug out by Joseph. Set, Gutierrez, goes to Kendall Cunningham. She's going to get into the net, and it's 5-4 Arteisa. Cox serving again for Arteisa. 5'10" senior. Sends the right hand back to Joseph. Here's a set from Gutierrez. This one's for Wisdom Anthony. Anthony hovers above the net, strikes it down with the lightning bolt, and it's 5-5. Sauter to serve here for the Lady Eagles. Lady Eagles get permission to serve, and here it comes. Sauter sends to the backside. Arteisa just trying to deal with it. They're just going to have to push it over. Cunningham sets up Gutierrez. Gutierrez sends it over. David has to push at the net. Here's Arteisa with nothing doing. They send it back to the Hobbs side. Back set, Anthony again. And this one's going to be hit at the net off the hands of number 2, Elena Harvey, a middle blocker. And that'll be another point for the Lady Eagles. It's 6-5 here. Sauter serving again. Right hands it off the net. This one's going to drop down for a point. Service winner there for Hannah Souter. And it's 7-5. Souter off the back line. Fires the right hand deep. Handled at the net. Cox on the run. Back sets it. Dug out by Joseph. Here's another set. It's going to be knocked around by Gutierrez. Joseph runs it down. Souter pushes it over. Lady Eagles still on defense. Here's the attack. Blocked at the net, but it falls down for a point. And quite a bit of good defensive play there ends up resulting in an Arteisa point, but it is a 7-6 lead for Hobbs. Here's Beltran, dug out by Cantu. Here's Gutierrez, sets up Anthony. Anthony feints it off the backside. Beautiful feint. Ball's at the net. It's going to roll back onto the Artesia side. Another point for the Lady Eagles. Wisdom Anthony does that so well. She floats up there, and you're so used to seeing her just drop lightning out of the sky that when she does feint one, you're almost not ready for it. Here's Kendall Cunningham with an 8-6 lead here in the third. Cunningham spins it up onto the fingers. Steps, fires it over with the right hand. Beltran handles, set by Argo, near side, attack. Cunningham digs it out. Back at the net. Cunningham has to dive out, back into the Artesia side, another set. It's going to be off of Leon's hands with the right hand. It's going to be on the back side, and that'll fall in for a point. It's 8-7. Here's Alexa Silva serving the lefty. Defensive specialist puts it over, and Hobbs handles. Wow. Wisdom Anthony off of a Gutierrez set, and oh my. I think that had smoke on it. 9-7 here. Anthony now serving. Right hands it, and that one's going to fall. And Artesia just looks at each other. All six players on the court just kind of stared at each other going, it wasn't my ball. Service ace there for the Lady Eagles. It's 10-7. Another Anthony serve, this one into the net, and it makes it 10-8. Lady Eagles up 2-0 here in the rubber match of the series. Service long and outside, coming from the hands of Charity Argo, junior setter. Cantu, libero, steps up for the Lady Eagles. Sends the right hand wide as both teams exchange wide serves. It's 11-9 now. Lady Eagles holding on to a 2-point lead here in game 3. Natalie Owens serving for the Lady Dogs. Leon steps up, pushes over with the right hand into Cantu's awaiting dig. Running hit for Joseph as a set from Gutierrez, and Joseph gets another kill. It's 12-9 Hobbs. Kendall Cunningham back in the game for the Lady Eagles at the net, as Jimenez will sit. Here's Gutierrez to serve. Sadahi Gutierrez gets permission to launch the ball, holds it up onto the fingertips, steps, fires, and pushes it toward the back line. Beltran, the libero, has it. And they end up sending it over to Silva. Joseph returns it, and Joseph returns it as Silva and Beltran both stare at each other saying, "That's not my ball," and that'll end up being a Hobbs point as the indecisiveness helps us. Gutierrez serving again. Pushes the right hand over, dug out by Beltran. Here's a set from Margot. Cox pushes it over. And Cantu went down. She was able to hit it, but couldn't get it to anybody. It's 13-10. Substitution, Kenna Morrison back onto the floor. Sophomore is going to serve for Artesia. Sophomore pushes it over into Cantu's awaiting dig. Near side, attack from the back line is Anthony. Dug out by Cantu. Gutierrez sets it, and she can't do anything with it. She's coming into the net, and that'll be a point for Artesia. She was trying to set that on the run. One of those situations where you're trying to walk and chew gum. She was trying to catch the ball on the run and send it over at the same time. Cantu to Gutierrez. Nice set. Backside Joseph. Attack, and it's hammered home. Gutierrez has been doing a wonderful job on those sets for the most part. Joseph with another kill, and it's 14-11 Hobbs here in the third. Hobbs leading 2-0. Joseph with the jump serve. Pushes the right hand over, and that one's no good. 14-12 your score. Cox sends the serve. Couldn't do much with it. Artesia hammers it down, dug out there by Joseph. Pushed over by Anthony. Into the heart of the defense. Gutierrez goes down. Artesia back sets it for Argo. Blocked at the net, and it's going to be a point for Artesia as Joseph can't quite get there. Service ace there from Artesia as Cox puts one over, and it's 14-all. Serve comes near side. Attack from Anthony, dug out. Here's Argo. Joseph does a great job. Anthony just has to send it over. On the run, Artesia controls. Backside attack. Gutierrez just punches it up. Hobbs will have to send it over into the back half. Artesia sets near side. This one's wide. It's out of bounds. And that is a point for Artesia as it was touched at the net. Artesia to serve. Service comes over with a 1-point lead. Gutierrez sets Anthony. Woo! Anthony smokes one into the heart of the defensive, and Artesia evens it up at 15. Service comes in. Attack from Artesia, and this one's going to be put on the floor. We're exchanging fire here. (16-15). Artesia leads in game 3. Hobbs trying to close it out. Served by Beltran. Dug out Cantu. Back set attack there for Joseph, and into the net it goes. Timeout on the floor. Coach wants to regather the troops. It's 17-15 Artesia in the third as Hobbs leads 2-0 in the game total. We'll be back in 1 minute on YouTube.com. Welcome back. It's 17-15 Artesia in game 3. Hobbs took the first 2 games. Artesia has Beltran, the libero, serving. Hobbs trying to get back into this here. Beltran's service. Going to go long. Well played timeout there by Coach. She knew exactly when to call a timeout. It broke up the Artesia's rhythm. Kendall Cunningham here for the Lady Eagles. Cunningham right-hand serve into the net. And Arteisa now leads 18-16. Jimenez comes back on the floor as Cunningham will sit. Alexis Silva serving for Arteisa with a 2-point lead. Cantu, Gutierrez. Gutierrez sets up Joseph. Joseph sends it wide. Arteisa with a 3-point lead here, getting later into the third. They may force a fourth game. Silva, Cantu, Gutierrez with the right hand is Wisdom Anthony. Another one of them floating feints where she hangs over the sky and all of a sudden just kind of lays it up into the heart of the defense where they can't get to it. And then after earning that point, Anthony gets to serve. 19-17 Artesia. Here's Anthony's offering. Dugout Beltran. Blocked at the net and into the court. That's a point for the Lady Eagles as David and Joseph get up there and block the attack from Natalie Leon. 19-18. Hobbs only trailing one. Here's Anthony again. Anthony rolls it up, fires it over. Artesia sends it at the net. Net play goes back and forth, sent over by Gutierrez. Artesia back sets it. Push it to the heart of the defense. Anthony runs it down. Another attack from Artesia. That one's going to be blocked at the net again, but into the floor it goes. Menes can't get there. And it's 20-18. Serving for Artesia, Kimber Beltran. This is not the Coda Beltran that had been serving. Gutierrez. She's going to set Joseph. Nobody's there. Anaya Joseph with another big kill. Souter into the game for David. 20-19. Hobbs has the lead to 1, and here comes Cantu. Cantu, the libero. Rolls it up onto the fingers with a spin. Fires it over with the right hand. Artesia can't handle. They're punching. And now the Lady Eagles have their opportunity. Here's Gutierrez. She sets Joseph. Blocked at the net. Joseph punches it back up. Pushed over by Wisdom Anthony. And she knew where the defense was. She knew that Joseph's big hit had sucked them in. And Anthony with a two-hand push to the back line ends up evening the score at 20 apiece. What court vision Wisdom Anthony has. Cantu with another serve. This one's over. Touches the net. Falls down. Lady Eagles get the point. And that makes it 21-20. Lady Eagles now trying to finish the game with a 1-point lead here. Late in the third. Cantu steps again. Pushes it with the right hand. Once again hits the net. Artesia handles this time. Back set, dugout, Cox fires over. Here's Joseph. Joseph into the heart of the defense, and another kill for Anaya Joseph. And in celebration, she accidentally hits Cantu in the nose. Oh, they're all laughing about it. Cantu's rubbing her nose a little bit. 22-20. Lady Eagles lead. Cantu with another beautiful serve, but it sails long. And that makes it 22-21. Here's Natalie Leon serving for Artesia. Fires the right hand over. Jimenez digs it. Cantu sets up. Joseph. Joseph fires over. They handle. Play at the net here. Ball's up high. Here comes Gutierrez to Joseph again. Back at the net, pushed over, Souter. Stego back line, Cantu runs it down, but can't put it anywhere as she gets there and puts it up in the air, but nobody can get to the ball. It's now tied 22 each. Crowd's getting into this. Leon serving again. Leon sends it over into the net. Cantu goes down for it, but the net kind of changed the trajectory. And it's now 23-22. Artesia leads here in the third. Timeout on the floor. We're back in 1 minute on YouTube.com. Welcome back, 23-22, your score. Arteisa with a 1-point lead and serving here late in the third. Pushed over. Cantu digs it at the net. Digs it, sends it to the net, and Arteisa hammers it home. Now Arteisa is only 1 point away from taking game 3. Arteisa trying to force one more. Hobbs needs 2 points here to stay alive. Hobbs cheerleaders getting a chant going. Here's Leon's serve. Cantu digs. Here's Sadahi Gutierrez. It goes to Anaya Joseph, and Joseph picks up the kill. It's 24-23. Now Gutierrez, one of the solid servers there for the Lady Eagles, about to send it over. Kendall Cunningham on the floor to work as a blocker in the front. Gutierrez, right hands it up. Artesia handles. Argo sets. Here's Cox. Dugout. Gutierrez near side. Joseph hammers it. Dug out by Artesia. Artesia still has it alive. Sends it over the net. Gutierrez sets Joseph again with a hammer. Artesia digs out once more with Beltran. Beltran on the backside. Sends it to the defense. And that'll be Artesia's game as they win 25-23. We'll go to game 4 here shortly in 3 minutes. You're listening to Hobbs Lady Eagles Volleyball on YouTube.com. Welcome back. Both teams come back onto the floor here. Starting game 4, Lady Eagles lead 2-1. Artesia fighting back and taking game 3. Referee out there making sure the rotations are set properly compared to the paperwork. Making sure everything's set and ready to go. Looks like he's got him set up, and here comes Cantu, the libero, onto the floor for the Lady Eagles right off the bat. Game 4. Lady Eagles get to start off by serving, and it's going to be Wisdom Anthony doing the duties for the Lady Eagles. Anthony steps up, right hands it over, and that one's going to be on the line. They're going to call that one in. Artesia kind of questioning that call. One nothing here, Lady Eagles in the fourth. Anthony gets permission again. Fires the right hand over. Arteisa handles at the net. Spike down as Anaya Joseph with the right hand swings the hammer and puts it on the floor. Arteisa having a discussion as Leon's over there talking to the referee on the stand. 2-0 Lady Eagles here in the fourth. Another serve from Joseph. Check that, Anthony into the net. And it's 2-1. Argo serves for Arteisa. Back set. Joseph on the line. And another point for the Lady Eagles. Anaya Joseph has been a killing machine today. Cantu, she fires the right hand at the net. Gutierrez sets it back up. Joseph hammers it again off the hands of the Arteisa blockers. And that'll be another point for the Lady Eagles. They're up 4-1 here in the fourth. I think I'm going to start nicknaming Anaya Joseph Killatron for all the kills she's getting. Here's Cantu's serve. Back up to the net, and Joseph with another kill. Arteisa coach is begging, saying that she's over the net. After a couple of come-ons, I think the Hobbs crowd is telling him to sit down, coach. Here's the service from Cantu. And Arteisa can't handle a service winner. It's 6-1. Hobbs starting to run away with it here in the fourth. A big lead. Cantu continuing to serve. Running start from Cantu. 7 steps and fires. That one's out. Just long, and that'll be an Arteisa point. 6-2 your score here in the fourth. And here's the service over the net from Leon at the net. David tries to go up and block, can't get there. Cantu rolls on the floor for it, and that's an Arteisa point as nobody can quite get there. Leon serves again. 3 steps, right hands it. That one's long, and that's another Hobbs point. It's now 7-3. Here's Gutierrez to serve. The setter spins the right hand away from her body, now fires it over. Arteisa digs. Cox sends it to Gutierrez. Cantu goes over the net with it. Arteisa, they're just going to have to push it over. Gutierrez sets Cantu. Cantu to Joseph. Joseph pushes it into the Arteisa half. Cox tries to fire it. Set was a little long for her. Couldn't quite get there. It's 8-3. Gutierrez with another serve with a 5-point lead here in the fourth. Gutierrez serves wide. That's a point for Arteisa. Eight to 4. Service comes over. Cantu digs. Here's a set from Gutierrez. It goes to Joseph, and Killatron puts another one down. Service from Gutierrez. Artesia's dealing. Backside. Set up for number 3, Destiny Johnson, and Johnson's going to push that one onto the court. dug out Joseph. Short set. And that's going to be an attack from Wisdom Anthony. Comes over. Gets Yedes. Sets it near side. It's going to be feinted. And on the floor, Arteisa runs it down. Anthony's going to dig it to the back line. Or excuse me, attack it on the back line. Anthony gets the kill. And Hobbs is up 10-5. Set over. Arteisa having trouble with it. Hobbs going to get a good opportunity here. Gets Yedes. Goes to Cunningham. Cunningham pushes over. Arteisa handles. Arteisa has to do a push attack. Cunningham back sets it. Here's Anthony. Powers it up. And now at the net, David. Cunningham now with an attack. Here's Arteisa on the counter. Argo has it blocked. And that's Cunningham going up there for that one. It's 11-5, Lady Eagles. Serve. Arteisa pushes it over. Another attack from Arteisa. Here's Cunningham's set. Blocked at the net as Anthony goes up. They're waiting for that one. Arteisa picks up the point. It's 11-6. Arteisa to serve. Beltran, the libero. Anthony tries to, Joseph tries to go down there and dig it out. Can't quite handle. And that's a point for Arteisa. It's now 11-7. Serve over the net from Beltran. Here's Gutierrez for Cunningham. Cunningham off the back line. They're going to call that in. And that another point. Check that. They're calling that out. That's a point for Artesia. It's 11-8. Beltran sends it over. Service winner there for Beltran. They've cut the lead to 11-9. Timeout on the floor. They want to talk it over. We're back in 1 minute on YouTube.com. Welcome back, 11-9, your score. Lady Eagles lead. Here's Beltran's offering. Nia Joseph deals. Here's Anthony on the attack. Anthony with power pushes it in, and it's 12-9. Lady Eagles lead here in the fourth. 2-1 game score for the Lady Eagle lead as well. Jimenez serves, pushed over, into the heart of the defense. Artesia with a nice little feint there. And it's now 12-10. Here's Alexa Silva. Silva with the left hand pushes back toward the line. Jimenez deals. Gutierrez goes for Anthony, and they're going to call that out. Point for Artesia, and it's now 12-11. Close game here in game 4. Hobbs won game 1, 25-13 as Silver pushes it over. Gutierrez goes for Anthony. Anthony has it dug out. Backside attack. Argo blocked at the net. Sent to the back half. Joseph runs down. Pushed over by David. Near side. Johnson pushes it into the Hobbs side. Attack at the net. It's going to be blocked. It's going to roll inbounds along the net, and that'll be a point for Arteisa. We're now at 12 apiece. This game is halfway done in the 4th, and we are close here. Hobbs rolled in the first one, won the second one before barely losing the third one, and as this game goes on, Arteisa seems to be getting more solid with their play. Silva left hands it. Joseph to Gutierrez. Feint by Wisdom Anthony. Backside attack, Argo. This one's long. Hobbs gets the point. It's 13-12. Wisdom Anthony doing the serving duties for the Lady Eagles here. On the back line. Steps, rolls, fires. This one's into the Arteisa half. Gutierrez sets up Joseph. Joseph pushes it right at one of the back defenders for the Arteisa Lady Bulldogs. And all she could do is protect herself. That ball was coming fast. Killatron with another kill. Anthony fires over with the right hand. Arteisa can't handle it. Anthony with another great serve. And 15-12, Lady Eagles lead. Coach wants a timeout. He wants to try to break things up here. We'll be back in 1 minute on YouTube.com. Welcome back as Anthony sends the serve over. Here's the attack from Leon, dug out. Joseph tries to counter, and she does so. Killatron with another one, puts it on the floor on the far side, and it's 16-12 Hobbs. Anthony with another good serve. This one comes over the net. And that one's going to fall right on the line. And they're looking at this one. They didn't quite know how to handle that. And ends up being a point for Arteisa. Silly play there. It happens sometimes. And here's Charity Argo, the setter, to do the serving duties. Sends it over with the right hand. Jimenez digs. Here's Gutierrez. And that one's going to go to Joseph. And, ooh, wow. Anaya Joseph, Killatron picks up another one. Cameron Cantu back there. Rolls it off the right hand. And Arteisa can't handle that one. That was a tough serve. A service winner there for Cantu. Cantu with another opportunity, leading 18-13. Fires one. This one's going to be long. It makes it 18-14. Leon serving for Arteisa. Dug out by Cantu. Back sets. Here comes Killatron again. As Anaya Joseph puts another one down there in the heart of the defense. It's 19-14. Joseph has taken over this game here in the fourth. Service comes over. Arteisa sets it for Cox, and Cox knew where to put that one. 19-15 cuts the lead. Crowd getting into it a little bit here as they sense the end of the game is near. Eagles deal. Here comes Joseph, back half. Arteisa digs. Argo back sets Johnson, blocked at the net. And that one's going to fall between three defenders. They blocked it at the net, but nobody picked it up. They kind of looked at each other. Little communication error there. Here's Aguilar's next set, or serve rather. Gutierrez comes for Joseph. Joseph says, no more of that. And plows it down onto the hardwood. 20-16, 4-point lead here late in the fourth. Joseph right hands it over. Set. Johnson pushes into the Hobbs defense. Gutierrez goes up for Anthony. Anthony with a nice little feint. She touches the top of the net with the ball and lets it fall onto the Artesia side. It's now 21-16. We're getting closer. Joseph walks up and just hits it over. At the net. Cantu's there. Gutierrez goes to Cunningham. Cunningham pushes it over. Dugout. Backside attack. Dug by Joseph. Gutierrez goes to Anthony. Artesia there on the chase. Artesia sets it. Dug out by Joseph. Here's Gutierrez. Back to Anthony again. This one's loose. Artesia finds a way. Joseph on the back line working. Anthony with more power. Artesia still there. Beltran. That one's going to be dug out by Joseph. It goes over and out of bounds. Joseph with a diving attempt. And that makes it 21-17. Crowd really get into that series of events. Cox serves it over. Gutierrez at the net. They got to play. This is going to be a Hobbs point. Somebody got into the net. Artesia coach is up, but he's talking to his players. 22-17, and Souter to serve. Souter steps, sends it over. Feint there by Artesia. Joseph sets Wisdom Anthony. Anthony into the net, and Artesia gets the point. (22-18) your score here. Hobbs the 4-point lead late. Trying to seal this one. Cantu goes to Gutierrez, and into the net it goes. A little sloppy play here. Cuts the lead to 22-19. Coach gets off the bench and encouraging them to get their energy back. Serve's going to be long as Beltran can't find the court. 23-19. Now Hobbs only 2 points away from victory. Jimenez back into the game. Cunningham will sit. Jimenez to serve. Fires it over. Artesia, back set. Johnson. Johnson has it blocked at the net, but it falls harmlessly to the floor. Hobbs can't control. It's now 23-20. Alexa Silver to serve here. And the lefty fires it into the Hobbs half. Gutierrez serves it. Arteisa kind of finds a way to keep it going, but they can't get it over the net. And that'll be 4 hits there. It's now Hobbs 24, Arteisa 20. And they announce the game point as the crowd rises to their feet. And who else to serve but Wisdom Anthony, one of the team leaders there. She serves it over. Arteisa controls. They're fighting. Beltran sends it at the net, finds it into the net and into the floor for a point. It's now 24-21. Hobbs faithful still on their feet, only 1 point away. Charity Argo to serve the setter. The junior dribbling the ball with the right hand. Now she throws it with the left, fires it with the right. Cantu digs. Here's Gutierrez. It's going to go to Joseph. Blocked at the net, controlled by Arteisa. Beltran sets up backside. Here's Cox. Ran down by Anthony. Gutierrez goes to Joseph, pushed over. Beltran sets Cox again. Cox this time is going to find the floor. Past a diving Cantu. (24-22). Timeout on the floor. We're back in 1 minute on YouTube.com. (24-22) your score. Hobbs Lady Eagles holding on to a 2-point lead. Need 1 more point to get the victory here. Argo to serve for Arteisa. Argo fires it. Dugout Cantu. Here's Gutierrez. Cross court to Joseph. Hammered. Artesia's there. Near side. Johnson pushes over. Dugout by the Lady Eagles. This one's going to be out of bounds though. And it's now a 1-point game. Gutierrez is out there urging the troops, being a leader. Sanahi Gutierrez, the junior. Argo now serving down 1. Pushes it over. Jimenez digs. Gutierrez digs it out. It's still in play. Pushed over. That'll be a point for Arteisa as Joseph goes on the floor and rolls under the net. Game is now tied. It's 24 apiece. Crowd still on its feet. Argo serving for Arteisa. Argo pushes it over. Jimenez digs. Here's Gutierrez to Joseph. Joseph into the net. And it's 25-24. Arteisa now has game point. Got to win by 2 here in volleyball. Lady Eagles, 4-point lead here a minute ago. Argo to serve. Pushes it over. Jimenez deals. Backside. Here's Joseph. And that one's going to be blocked to the net, but into the floor it goes. And that'll be Lady Eagles tying it back up. It's 25-25. Got to win by 2. And here's Cameron Cantu to serve for the Lady Eagles. We are in game 4. The Eagles trying to close it out with a 2-1 lead. Cantu right hands it over into the net, falls, and that'll be a service winner there for Cantu. It's now 26-25, and Hobbs once again serving for the win. Cantu off the back line. She waits permission from the referee. She gets the permission. Here comes Cantu. Running start, fires it with the right hand. Into the net it goes. And the game is once again tied at 26. A lot of excitement here at Tasker Arena. And now serving for Artesia, number 14, Natalie Leon, the 5'9 senior. Leon steps, hits it over. Dugout Jimenez at the net, hammered down. Artesia now has a 27-26 lead. Crowd is excited here. Leon trying to serve for the game 4 for Artesia. Pushes it over. Dugout Jimenez. Here's Gutierrez. Back side attack there by Anthony. And Anthony plows it over to tie it back up at 27. The Cardiac kids, boy, they have to make this one a heart thumper. Sadahi Gutierrez serving, probably the most solid, consistent server for the Lady Eagles. She right hands it over. This one's going to be long. 28-27 Artesia. And Perseus Aguilar, visit specialist, comes in to serve for Artesia. Artesia serving for game 4 here. Pushes it over. Anthony Gutierrez. And pushed into the net by Joseph. And they win game 4, 29-27. And this one's going to 5. We'll be back in 3 minutes on YouTube.com. Welcome back to game 5. Artesia fighting back and winning the last 2. Artesia serve. Argo sends the first one wide, and Hobbs leads 1-0. Play to 15 here in the 5th set. And Cantu, the libero for the Hobbs Lady Eagles, steps in. Cantu jump serves. This one's going to be long, and it's out, and both teams have exchanged service errors here to start the 5th. Leon to serve here for Artesia. Right hands it over, dug out by Jimenez. Wisdom Anthony to Joseph, who just has to punch it over. Back set. Here comes Cox, and this one's going to go wide as Jimenez can't get there. It's 2-1, Arteisa. Leon to serve again. Right hands it into the net. The service there ties it back up at 2. Gutierrez to serve for the Lady Eagles. Your score here in the 5th. Gutierrez with the right hand. This one pushes deep. Arteisa handles. Comes out of the rafters. Here's Cox from the back line. Cantu digs. Gutierrez goes to Joseph. Joseph drops a hammer. Arteisa digs it out. Arteisa still trying to get to it. And it ends up behind the bench there. 3-2 Hobbs. Gutierrez with another serve. Trying to extend the lead here in the 5th. Right hands it over. Drops it in there. Arteisa digs. They're just going to have to punch it over, and they can't do so accurately. Another Hobbs point on the error, and it's 4-2 Lady Eagles. Gutierrez with another opportunity. Pushes it over. Here comes a backside attack from Cox. Nothing doing. Gutierrez sends it to Joseph. Joseph has to push it over. Set, fires. Cox dug out by Anthony. And Gutierrez tries to catch it on the run, but sends it into the net. 4-3 your score. Aguilar to serve for Arteisa. Aguilar with the right hand. Push down. Dug out by Souter, but they can't do much with it. Game's now back to being equal. It's 4 apiece. For your score. Arteisa serving. Here's Aguilar's offering. Set by Gutierrez. Killatron from the back half. This one's going to be in, but they're going to get with Lady Eagles for an illegal touch. 5-4 Arteisa leads. Aguilar pushes it to the back half. This one's going to be in. Service winner. It's an ace. 6-4 Arteisa. Timeout on the floor. Back in 1 minute. You're listening to Lady Eagles Volleyball on YouTube.com. Welcome back, 6-4 your score. Arteisa over Hobbs. We're in game 5. Hobbs took the first 2. Arteisa battled back for the next 2. And on that service, Gutierrez can't handle. It's now 7-4. Aguilar to serve again. Push it over. Joseph. Gutierrez back sets. Wisdom Anthony drops the hammer onto the back line, and it's 7-5. Joseph to serve here. The Eagles trying to climb back in here in the 5th game. Joseph right hands it over, and that'll be an ace as it curves into the Arteisa defense. 7-6 now. Hobbs trailing by 1, trying to even it up. Serves over at the net. And Anthony tries to go up for it, can't quite get there. And that's an Arteisa point. 8-6 here. Arteisa leads. Halfway through the fifth set. Cox is served. Dug out by Cantu. Back sets Joseph. Check that. That's Wisdom Anthony. And Anthony pushes that one in for a point. It's 8-7. David onto the floor as Cantu will sit. Souter serve. Handled. Pushed in with a feint. Hobbs gets a counterattack. Goes to the net. And at the net, they're going to punch it over. Into the net they go. They're now saying it's 4 hits. Coach is trying to get a little bit of clarification on the call. 9-7, Arteisa leads. Beltran. Joseph digs. Here's the attack from Wisdom Anthony, and Anthony gets the point. 9-8 your score. Jimenez will be doing the serving duties here, trailing 1. The fifth set's winding down here. Here's an attack. Johnson has it blocked, but it's blocked onto the Hobbs side. It is now 10-8. Silva to serve here for the Lady Dogs. Left hands it over. Here's Gutierrez. And it's going to be sent long as Wisdom Anthony can't find the floor. And it is now 11-8. Arteisa starting to pull away here in the fifth. Here's Silva, the lefty again. Silva left hands it over. Cantu sets up Joseph. Joseph has it blocked by one of the defenders. But Arteisa cannot recover. That's a point for Hobbs. It's now 11-9. Neither team will go away. This has been a nail-biting game all night. Timeout on the floor. We're back in 1 minute. You're listening to YouTube.com. Welcome back to Tasker Arena. 11-9 your score. Arteisa with a 2-point lead. Service across from Anthony. Play at the net, pushed over. Hobbs gets the point. Nice little hit at the net by Gutierrez. It's now a 1-point Arteisa lead. Only play to 15, win by 2. Here's Anthony. Arteisa sets. Here comes Leon at the net, and she's blocked by David. It is now tied up 11 each. This is a great game, folks. Lady Eagles just won't go away. Anthony fires it again. This one's going to be dropped into the Arteisa half. Attack from Arteisa, blocked at the net. They're trying to control. They can't do so. That's 4 hits. And it's 12-11. Hobbs now leads here late. Anthony to serve again, this time with the lead. Into the net it goes. It's tied up at 12 apiece. Arteisa to serve. Here comes Argo. Argo with the right hand. Hobbs digs. Here's Gutierrez. Hit at the net. Joseph. Jimenez finds a way to keep it alive. Joseph sends it over. Here's the attack from Arteisa. Here comes Cox. Cox has it blocked. Dug out there by Cantu. Wisdom Anthony tries to run it down. Arteisa gets the point. They're now up 13-12. Arteisa to serve here. Hobbs trying to even it up. Argo. Cantu. Here's Gutierrez. She pushes it over. Arteisa with the back set. Attack dug by Cantu. Here Gutierrez goes to Joseph, and Joseph puts some stank on it. Killatron with another one. It's 13 all. Cantu to serve. 2 points away from the win. Here's Cantu. Arteisa digs. Here's Cox. Joseph, back to Joseph. Joseph finds the line. Joseph hammers it down. It's 14-13. Killatron heating up here late. And the fans back on their feet as the announcer says it's game points. Here comes Cantu. Jumps, fires. Arteisa digs it in the back half. Right side. Here comes Leon. Arteisa keeps it going. Cox. Dug out by Cantu. Here's Gutierrez to Joseph. Joseph pushes it over. Far side Cox. Cox. Dug out by Anthony. Here's Joseph on the attack, and it's over. 15-13 in the fifth game, and Hobbs wins. They take it 25-13, 25-20, before dropping 23-25, 27-29, and then finally winning 15-13 in the final set. Bulldogs fall to 10-7 as Hobbs takes the series from them this year. Bulldogs will be playing on the road at Lovington, and that'll be the 19th. Lady Eagles, they improved to 10-8 on the season. And the Lady Eagles getting prepped up here. They will have Roswell in a district matchup, and that'll be at Roswell, and that game will be on the 10th of October. Appreciate you listening tonight, and we look forward to having you back again for Hobbs Lady Eagle Volleyball on YouTube.com.